Gerald wants to share a burrow. Gerald the badger had a very important question. He wanted to ask Henrietta if he could move into her burrow. It was a very nice burrow. It had 2 rooms and a mushroom shelf and a little rug by the door. Gerald had wanted to live there for a very long time. Henrietta said yes, but also she said something else. "Gerald," she said, "before you bring your things, you must fill out the form." She handed him a very thick stack of papers. It had 47 pages. The first page said, "Joint liability disclosure for shared dwelling." Gerald looked at it for a long time. Page 1 asked how many acorns Gerald had saved. Page 7 asked about his outstanding debts to the moles. Page 19 asked if he had ever borrowed a shovel and not returned it. Gerald sat at the little table and filled in every box very carefully. It took 3 whole evenings. Henrietta made him chamomile tea. Then came the letters. You see, someone had made a small mistake. The IRS kept sending very official envelopes to the den next door. That was Mr. Porcupine's den. Mr. Porcupine did not like letters that were not for him. Every morning he shuffled over and slid them grumpily under Gerald's door. Gerald wrote a very polite letter back to the IRS. He explained that his burrow number was 7, not 9. He included a little map. The IRS sent back a letter saying thank you. Then they sent the next letter to burrow number 11. That was the foxes. The foxes were not grumpy. They were just confused. Finally, on a Tuesday, Gerald finished page 47. He signed his name very neatly. Henrietta read every page. She nodded at the mushroom shelf part. She smiled at the shovel question. Then she opened the round burrow door wide and said, "Welcome home, Gerald." He brought in his suitcase and his favorite blanket. And that night, in the warm and cozy burrow, Gerald slept very soundly on his side of the rug.